One of the most iconic SNK characters of all time with Geese Howard is officially out in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to play him. I'm going to explain his neutral game, his best offensive options, and also a mini combo guide so that you can get started with the character right away only watching this video. So now let's get into it. Okay, so when it comes to playing neutral with Geese, I would say that he actually has one of the most versatile kits in the entire roster of Fatal Fury, and you can kind of play neutral in whatever way you would like. But I would advise you to adapt the tools that you use to play neutral depending on the range in which your opponent is fighting with you. If you're playing full screen, use your fireballs. They are really good, but they do have a lot of frames of recovery. So the closer that you're fighting, the more that you're open to a jump in, okay? So use the fireballs mostly in the long range and maybe in some mid-range interactions. Then when you move into the mid-range, I would advise you to play around with punishment because Geese has some of the best whiff punish normals in the game with far heavy kick and also far heavy punch because you can dash cancel into far heavy punch, which is actually special cancelable into full combos, right? And also far heavy kick is an absolutely monster button. It's one of the best whiff punish buttons in the game, and Geese has some of the highest damage also in Fatal Fury, so if you get a couple of wild punishes, you can essentially just win a fight. And it is very relevant to play around with punishment in the mid-range and also combine that with your anti-air, okay? Your anti-air dodge attack is the best anti-air that Geese has in the game, and it's going to help you to stop people from jumping in and force them to play that mid-range in which you can jump in, or you can whiff punish people with far heavy kick or dash cancel into far heavy punch, which are really strong options that can lead into insane damage. And then I would also say in the mid-range, do not forget to add the options of your rep blows both in the ground and in the air. They are insanely good, have forward momentum, can give you full combos on counter hit, and they're actually pretty hard to punish. And also use your air fireballs, okay? They are great for baiting people when they want to play around anti-airing you, and with this mix of options you can dominate the mid-range with punishment, rep blow to go through fireballs and to cause counter hit interactions, and also your air fireball to bait people that want to anti-air you. And then if you're playing neutral up close, you're kind of like in that scramble because it's not really your turn. There's still so much that you can do when you play Geese. You have your counters if you want to stop people from just mashing normals. You also have Radiant Storm if you want to anti-air but you feel like they're going to cross you up and your anti-air dodge attack is going to whiff. Radiant Storm is an anti-air on both sides of the screen. And then you have your monster normals, even cross-ups if you want to be super offensive with your DP motion and your punches. They can be plus on block, give you full combos on counter hit, and more. So even if you're super close to your opponent on a really scrambly situation, Geese can still be really strong. So do not sleep on what Geese can do to control neutral in any range, because as I said earlier, he's arguably the most versatile character in the game, and he can play neutral in almost whatever way he likes, okay? So get into the lab, try to understand Geese, moveset and what he can do, and then add all of these advices into your neutral game plan depending on the range in which you're fighting. And now we get into the part that everybody loves, which is what do I do when it's already my turn and I want to pressure my opponent, okay? If you're playing against people that are mashing a lot, just use your better normals, okay? You can do, for example, lights into Rekka follow-ups and they're gonna stop people from mashing. You can also do, for example, close heavy kick, feint into another button, and it can give you either plus frames or a full combo. So the first layer of your offense should be to simply abuse the really good normals and Rekka options that Geese has when he's up close. They are really easy to do, super strong, and they can lead to very high damage or even just more turns for you on offense. Then another insanely good option up close for offense that I don't see that many people use is your DP motion and your punches, okay? Specifically the heavy punch version can be plus on block. It works as a whiff punishment tool because when you use it in mid strings if you're a plus, or also on Oki, it can make people whiff if they are mashing or even doing reversals, and also it can give you full combos on counter hit and wild punish state. So this is one of the best special moves in the game. It's something that does everything. It's a mix-up, it's a frame trap, it's a whiff punishment tool, literally all the things that you want on offense on only one special move. So do not sleep on using this on your block strings and also on Oki setups on wake up. And then I would say when you're already comfortable with all of these options and you have conditioned people to actually block, you're gonna start to mix your offense up. You can have used more plus frames. You have, for example, not only close heavy kick into down feint to be plus, you can also do it with close heavy punch, or even close light kick is actually plus on block naturally without feint canceling. So all of those buttons, you can actually loop them into themselves if people are respecting you and be plus again and again. Then you can also add your command grab into the mix if people are blocking a ton to open them up. And if you think that people are gonna mash late in your block strings instead of on wake up, you can end your block strings when you're not plus anymore with a counter, okay? The kind of like risk on it is big because you can be on wild punish state if they just wait and actually punish you for doing the counter at the end of your string. But at the same time, it can be kind of like a mind game to add into your block strings to stop people from mashing at the end of them, okay? So with all of these options on offense, you can be a monster and open people up consistently very, very easily. Geese has a ton of options to just dominate on offense, and it is arguably the best point for him as a character when he's on your face and you have to guess between more plus frames, regular grabs, command grabs, cross-ups. Like, the character just does so much and he can just get so much damage from multiple different interactions that is really hard and super scary to just defend yourself against Geese as a character. So hit the lab, try to add all of these recommendations into your offense and explore more options as well to see what adapts better to your playstyle with Geese. Okay, and now that you actually understand how to play neutral and offense with Geese, we are going to move into the combos, okay? In here I'm going to give you a full combo guide with the most frequent routes that you're going to use for different situations and interactions. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to support the channel. It means a lot, especially if you like content around fighting games. That's what we do over here with multiple different games. And now let's get into the Geese combo guide.